on the ground, feeling your feet hip distance apart, spreading your toes wide. Feeling the contact between your feet and the ground. And notice how grounded you're feeling right now. Do you feel as if your body's floating above the ground? Do you feel as if you're on the ground? Or do you feel as if you're in the ground? And we don't necessarily need to change anything. We are just observing how grounded we're feeling in our bodies right now. Then bringing your awareness into your sitting bones and feeling into your sitting bones and the contact between your pelvis and your chair. And softening and releasing any tension from your pelvis. Inviting your pelvis to broaden and soften, resume its natural shape. Gently lifting up through the spine. So you're just feeling into the spine, gently lifting the spine. Soften and relax the shoulders. Softening and relaxing the arms and hands and fingertips. And maybe feeling your hands resting on your thighs. Feeling the contact between your hands and your thighs. Feeling the temperature of your hands in contact with your thighs. Awareness all the way back up your arms and into your shoulders and into the neck, gently lengthening the neck. Opening up the back of the neck, slightly bringing the chin towards the chest. Awareness in the crown of your head, the very top of your head, and just imagine or feel into a contact point here. And just imagine you're being suspended by a golden thread. You're being supported by that contact at the top of your head, enabling the rest of your body to soften and release any unnecessary tension. I'm going to bring awareness into the face. Feel your awareness in your face. Notice how your face is feeling. Notice if there's any tightness or tension in the face. And for a first practice today, we're going to come into the lion pose. So I'm not sure if any of you have practiced this before. So we're going to do a variation of the practice today. We're going to do it in sitting. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to raise your hands up. Place your thumb into the palm of your hand and then fold your fingers over the thumb. So you're making a fist. So as you breathe in, I want you to tighten up through your hands and into your fist. Feel that tightness and tension here. And then as we breathe out, we're going to stick our tongue out, roar like a lion. I'm going to take the eyes to look up to the ceiling, but we're keeping the forehead still. We're not wrinkling the forehead. We're just looking up with the eyes. And then on the out breath, we're sticking the tongue out. And at the same time, open up through the fingers. Then breathing in, make the fist. Exhale. Just stretching, activating all those muscles in the face. This is the lion pose. Breathing in, tightening the fists. Breathing out. 3 more times. And one more. Lovely, and just relax and soften, feeling into the muscles in the face once again. Let the breath settle. Okay. Taking hold of becoming aware of your fingertips and gently patting your fingertips, little raindrops over your cheeks, underneath your eyes, all the way around the temples, top of the eyes, into the forehead. And then travel from your forehead down, underneath your eyes, around your nose, all the way over your cheeks, all the way down onto the chin. We'll just keep traveling around your face, gently tapping your fingertips over the face, over the forehead, gently softening and releasing tension from the face. Lovely. Then bring your fingers onto your forehead. Let your fingers touch at the center of your forehead. As you breathe out, draw your fingers away from each other and then scoop down onto the temples and flick your fingers away from your temples, flicking off any tension from the head. So fingertips come together at the middle of the forehead. Breathing out. Gently draw your fingers away, smoothing the forehead down onto the temples and flicking your fingers off as you release that tension. One more time. And flicking your fingers off, removing that tension from your forehead. Get your index fingers and place your index fingers above your eyebrows. So where your eyebrows tend to kind of rise up in the middle, just pressing gently with your index fingers here. It's an acupressure point. So just using a pressure point to release tension. So taking 4 or 5 breaths here. And releasing. Bring your fingertips then onto the temples. A little bit of pressure here. 4 or 5 breaths. And releasing. Lovely, well done. We'll come down now into the neck. So just gently on your out breath, taking your right ear over towards your right shoulder. We'll just keep the head here and breathe into this opening in the left side of the neck. And if you want to close your eyes, it can sometimes help to deepen your awareness or keep a soft gaze. Remembering to do whatever feels comfortable for you. Coming back to your center on an in-breath, and then taking the left ear all the way over to the left shoulder with your next out-breath. Holding here for a few moments. And breathing in, coming back to your center. On your next out-breath, turn your head laterally, lateral flexion to the right. Turn your head all the way to the right. Take a breath or two. And on an in-breath, come back to your center. Breathing out, turn your head all the way to the left. Holding here for a breath or two. Breathing in, come back to center. Imagine you've got a little bit of chalk at the very tip of your nose, and you're going to draw a spiral on the wall in front of you. Slowly starting to spiral outwards. And just breathing in your own rhythm and pace. Starting to move your head all the way around, using as much range of movement as feels comfortable for you. All the way around. If you find that you feel uncomfortable at any time, please stop your practice. And if you like, you can change direction. And then gently spiraling all the way back down. Coming back to that small little spiral. And eventually coming back to stillness. Moving down into the shoulders. As we take a breath in, lift the shoulders up towards your ears. Feel that tension in your shoulders. And then as we breathe out, we're going to breathe out through the mouth, a ha breath. And release your shoulders down. Breathing in, hunching the shoulders. Breathing all the way out. Relaxing the shoulders down. We'll take another 2 or 3 rounds. Last time, breathing in, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. And all the way down. Lovely, well done. Bring your arms up in front of you with the palms facing the ceiling. Inhale, spread the fingers out wide. Breathing out, bring the fingertips to rest on your shoulders. Breathing in. Lovely. Breathing out, fingertips to the shoulders. Feeling into the rhythm of your breath. Bring the breath into the belly. As you breathe in, the belly expands, stretch into the fingers. As you breathe out, fingertips resting on the shoulders. As you bring your belly button all the way back towards your spine. As you breathe out, keeping the fingertips on the shoulders as you bring your elbows together. Breathing in as you take the elbows up, all the way round, all the way down. As you exhale, inhale, shoulders come together, lifting all the way up. Breathing out, all the way down. We'll take another 3 or 4 rounds. Remember, you don't have to do that many. If you feel you'd rather do a little bit less, that's absolutely fine. It's also fine to do some more if you like. Your body, listen to how your body's feeling, what your body's telling you. Elbows come together and we'll change direction. Elbows come back, lift all the way up, come back to your center. Just drawing circles with those elbows, working into the ball and socket joints. Oh, and you feel you've done enough, just let your hands rest on your thighs with your palms facing up. Take a few breaths. Notice any effects of your practice so far. And tuning in to the abdominal breath. Lovely, well done. Making any adjustments necessary to your body. Remember, there's a gentle lift in the spine, lengthening out to the neck. Softening all the muscles around your eyes, nose and mouth. Then when you're ready, take an in-breath, arms come all the way out. And then take your hands all the way up towards the ceiling, only as far as you feel comfortable. So we're inhaling here, pausing for a moment before you breathe out. When you're ready to breathe out, turn your palms down and exhale all the way down. Holding your out breath out. When you're ready to breathe in, turn the palms uppermost, inhaling. So now with your breath, becoming aware of the momentary pause. So after you've taken your in-breath, that momentary pause, and then you breathe out. Sensing into that momentary pause or that momentary still point. So continue in that way, breathing in. So you're bringing in the cool, refreshing, life force energy, rejuvenating and replenishing every cell. As you breathe out, releasing, letting go. And as you take those moments to pause, the body can assimilate the energy of the pranayama, the life force energy gets absorbed into the cells. So using some breath retention, after your inhale, retaining that breath, turning the palms down as we breathe out. Retaining the breath. Breathing in. Good, lovely. And breathing out. And just noticing now how smooth and rhythmical your breath can become. I'm going to add a little twist into this sequence. So as we breathe in, palms come out and all the way up. And then from your upper body, from your waist, turn to the right. As you breathe out, let your hands float down to the side. So you're still on your sitting bones, the pelvis hasn't moved, you're turning from the waist, breathing in as you bring the arms all the way back up, rotate all the way around to the other side, and exhale down. Breathing in as you come back to center, breathing out all the way down to the side. We'll take another 2 rounds on each side. Coming back to your center when you're ready. And then breathing out, releasing the arms all the way down. Lovely. take your shoulders forward, up towards your ears, and then roll them back and down. A few more rounds into the shoulders. Take them forward and up and back and down. 1 or 2 more rounds. Feeling into that movement in the shoulders, and we'll change direction. So rolling back and up and forward. Just inviting that movement into those shoulders. Good. And relax them down. Okay, so taking the arms in front of you once again. So now giving yourself a nice big hug, we're going to take the right arm on top of the left. So your right hand takes hold of your left shoulder blade, and your left hand takes hold of the right. Lifting the elbows up away from the chest, closing your eyes and breathing into the back of your body, feeling into the back of those shoulder blades, softening and releasing any tension. Take a few deep breaths. Stay with this practice if that feels challenging enough. Otherwise, keeping your right elbow on top of the left inner part of the elbow, and then bringing your left fingers to rest in the palm of your right hand. Take the elbows away from your body and fingertips moving up towards the ceiling. Eagle arms. Breathing in to the back of your shoulder blades once again. When you're ready to release, release your eagle arms, spread your arms out wide and softening down. Okay, we'll try that on the other side now. So breathing in, bring your arms up. And this time, crossing your left arm on top of your right. Taking hold of your shoulder blades as you lift the elbows up away from your body. And breathing into the back. Breathing into the back of the shoulder blades. If you like, taking your fingertips up to the ceiling, and you're bringing the right fingers all the way around to rest on the inside of that left palm. Elbows move away from your body and fingertips move up towards the ceiling. Good, good, well done. Once again, breathing into the back of your body. And releasing your eagle wings, spread your arms out, stretch up through your fingers, and relax down. Very nice. Good job. So let that upper body rest for a moment. We'll just wake up the base of the body. So making sure your feet are hip distance apart. We're just going to lift that right leg. And we're just going to curl the toes underneath and then stretch the toes out wide. So breathing out as you curl the toes, breathing in as you stretch out through the toes. Just trying to move just the toes to begin with. Brilliant. Placing that right foot down, stretch out through that left foot. So you're sitting on the chair and you're just extending the leg out. So you're You're engaging the muscles in the thigh and all the muscles around the kneecap. So we're activating and waking up the muscles there. And we're also exhaling, curling the toes, inhaling, stretching out through the toes. So if anybody's had a reflexology treatment, you'd know that all the nerve endings in your hands and in your feet and in your face as well actually reflect all the different parts of your body. And even though this seems quite a simple movement, we're actually helping the circulatory system, the lymphatic system. Good, well done. And resting that foot down. Extending out to that right foot again. This time now we're going to work that ankle, right ankle. So pointing and flexing the toes, but this time you're pushing the heels away, pointing the toes, pointing and flexing into that joint in the ankle. So after we've done that a few times, maybe working into a little rotation in that right foot. Lovely, both directions. And resting the right foot, coming into the left foot, flexing the toes back. You push the heel away, pointing the toes. So you're stretching the top of the foot, stretching through the heel, top of the foot. It really helps to alleviate pain and discomfort in the feet. Sometimes the ligaments can get inflamed, causing a condition called plantar fasciitis, little circles in the ankle joint. And just help to keep the feet nice and healthy, because the feet support all the body. Once we're up in standing. Good job, well done. Okay, so lifting up through your right leg, and if it's comfortable, resting the ankle on top of the left thigh. And then we're just gently adding a little bit, not to the kneecap itself, but just above the kneecap, the inner part of the thigh, just adding a little bit of pressure. This can be really good for sciatic nerve. And if we stand in this posture, it's called the equestrian pose. So this is a modification, so you can do this in the chair. There's a hip opener, and as I mentioned, can alleviate some sciatic nerve tension. So a little bit of pressure, just the weight of your hand really. Resting and breathing and softening. Softening and releasing. Good, and we'll change over, so releasing that right leg. Bring the left leg up. You open up through the hip, you're just resting that ankle on the top of that right thigh. A little bit of pressure on the inside of that left thigh. Just gently encouraging the hip to open. Well done. Brilliant. And releasing that leg down. Okay, so we're going to come up to standing. So I'm not sure if it was last week, we were looking at that as a kind of movement, and how we stand and how we sit and how we use our body. But hopefully we're taking some of the learnings and lessons from our yoga mat out then into our daily life. So to come up into sitting, place your feet hip distance apart on the floor, spread your toes wide. Hinge your body forward from the hips as you push down into your feet. Keep your back long and your neck long. Come forward and up as you push down into your feet, using the big muscles in your thighs to come all the way up to standing. Lovely, well done. Okay, so coming onto your yoga mat now in a standing position, spreading the feet hip distance apart and spreading the toes wide. We'll take a few deep breaths in standing, and then once we've warmed up a little bit, we'll start to lift the heels up off the mat if you want to. And again, if you've got your chair handy, you can always use your chair for a little bit of extra support if you wish. So we'll just start by breathing in, palms uppermost, the arms come out and all the way up. Lovely. And as we breathe out, we turn the palms down. And we're floating the arms all the way back down to the mat. As we breathe in, arms out, all the way up as we lift up onto the balls of the feet, extending all the way up. Breathing out as we come down through the heels, down to the arms. Breathing in, lift the heels, stretch up through your body. Breathing out, releasing all the way down. Take a few more rounds. And coming all the way down to rest. We're going to come into the chair pose or the thunderbolt. Or stand sideways so maybe you can get a kind of clearer idea if you're not sure through my explanation. So I'm going to take the arms forward on an inhale, maybe to chest height, maybe a little bit higher if you can. As you breathe out, we're going to bend the knees, take your tailbone back, as if you're coming down onto the chair. So this can be known as the chair pose or the thunderbolt. I'm going to breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, come back into your thunderbolt. So we're going to keep moving in and out of the posture. Breathing in, stretching up. And breathing out, releasing all the way down into thunderbolt. So you're just harmonizing the movement with your breathing rhythm. As you breathe out, holding the out breath for a moment if you can. Breathing in, holding that inhale for a moment if you can. We'll take 2 more rounds. Tuck the tailbone, weight back into the tailbone so the knees are quite comfortable, feeling supported by the feet. Lovely. Coming all the way down. Once again, strengthening the legs, the ankles and the feet. And relaxing the arms down. Lovely. Come to stand for a moment. Take a rest. Lovely. So upper body rotation, we'll just move into a little upper body twist. Softly starting to rotate your upper body. You can soften the knees, tuck the tailbone, let your arms be floppy and heavy. And you just gently and slowly moving your body round to one side and then the other. Your gaze can follow the movement. And your hands can just gently tap onto your body if that feels comfortable. You want to speed that up a little bit. Put a little bit more energy into that. If you want to make little fists with your hands like we did in the beginning, thumbs moving into the palms and the fingers just gently resting over the thumb. Again, just tapping the body, perhaps tapping the chest and the back, waking up the lungs and the endocrine system. Or just letting your arms feel heavy. And they can just go wherever they like. Whichever feels good for you. Lovely. Slowly thinking about making your way back to standing. Come to standing Tadasana, your palms facing out. Feet are spread wide, toes are spread wide. Lengthening up through your spine, lengthening up through the neck. Chin moving down towards your chest. Taking a few breaths here. And open up the sides of the body a little bit now. With an inhale, taking your right arm up to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, slide your left hand down the side of that left thigh. Fingers moving down towards the ground. Keep extending over with your right hand. Coming all the way over if you can. Keep the chest open. Feel rotation through the chest and extension through that right arm. Make sure the head stays in alignment with the spine. And take a few breaths here as you breathe into the side stretch. Taking the hip into the stretch if you like. Softening the knees. Releasing any unnecessary tension. Breathing in when you want to come out. Breathing out, relax down to that right arm. Breathing in as you extend up to the left. Breathing out as the right hand slides all the way down. And the left hand extends all the way over past your ear. Lovely, well done. And again, we're breathing into the side stretch. Opening up the side of the body, the armpit. Open up through the chest. Extend through the arm, fingertips. Breathing in when you're ready, lifting all the way up. And breathing out, coming all the way down. We'll come forward next into a forward bend. And maybe bringing your feet hip distance apart if they've kind of traveled out a little. We'll take the arms forward and up as you breathe in, opening up through the front of your body, lengthening here. And then as we take the exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. So bringing the chest down towards your thighs, folding forward and down. Release your head, your neck and your shoulders. Bending your elbows, taking hold of your forearms. Relaxing and softening here. Coming all the way down into the ragdoll. Releasing the hands. If you can, bring your fingertips onto the mat. Or maybe you've got some blocks. I'm going to lift up onto your fingertips as you straighten through the legs and lengthen through the back. And then once again, breathing out as you bend the knees and fall down. Bring the hands around now, taking hold of the back of the ankles. Breathing in as you straighten the legs and take the elbows out to the sides. Draw your head down towards the ground. Take the elbows out. Breathing into the shoulder blades. And then when you're ready to come out, take the arms all the way forward. Keep the knees bent as you breathe in, come all the way back up. Exhale, bringing the arms all the way back down. We'll come into a back bend, so bringing your hands around on to the back of your body, interlacing the hands behind you. And you're drawing the hands down then towards your buttocks as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lifting the chest and taking the arms away from the back of your body. Breathing into the belly. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. Lifting up through the arms. Breathing into the belly. And releasing down. All the way down and releasing those arms. Give your hands and arms a little shake. Shake your shoulders, a little shoulder shimmy. Shake all the way down your spine. Shake your buttocks. Shaking all the way down your legs. Shake down into your feet. Shake your head. You're really kind of just shaking and releasing any stiffness or tightness or tension. Where possible, just giving it a little shake, increasing the blood flow and increasing the movement in that part of your body. Well done. Okay. So we're going to come into a little sequence, a little standing sequence. So don't worry too much about the breathing rhythm at the minute. I will be saying breathe in here and breathe out there, but don't worry too much about that. Main thing is just be aware of your breathing and try to develop a nice smooth and even breathing rhythm. Okay. So to begin with, we're just going to be coming to stand. And then on an in-breath, we're going to take the palms out. So you're turning the hands, so the thumbs are facing away from the body. So then I'm going to ask you to take a step back with that right leg. So stepping back with your right leg. And then on an in-breath, we're going to lift up through the arms, just shoulder height. On an out-breath, we're going to bend that front left knee. I'm going to bring the hands closer together, but just imagine you're holding a beach ball or a football between your hands. So now we've got this left knee bent. We're sinking down through the hips. Okay, we've got the hands in front of us here. Okay, lovely. Inhaling, taking the hands up to the ceiling for warrior one. The palms are facing one another. Fingers are spread wide. You're sinking down through your hips as you lift and open up through the chest. Breathe deep into the belly. If you like, moving into a little bit more of a back bend. Coming back up into your warrior one. And then, if you like, bring your hands forward as you just lift off that back leg and extend out through your hands. Bring that leg, right leg to meet the left leg, so you're standing again. We're taking the arms up to the ceiling. And then we're breathing out back down into our ragdoll. Releasing the head, the neck and the shoulders. Take a few breaths here. Hands up down to the mat when you're ready. Straightening the legs, lengthen through the back. Take your arms out to the sides, pushing into your feet as you come all the way back up. Pray hands above your head and breathing out back to your heart center. Breathing in, take the thumbs away from your body. Breathing out, take that left leg back, about 2 or 3 feet. Breathing in, lifting the arms to shoulder height. Breathing out as you bend that right knee and bring your hands to hold the beach ball in front of you. Breathing in as you bring your hands up for warrior one. And breathing out into your back bend. Breathing in when you're ready, coming back into warrior one. Coming forward. Extend forward through your arms and gently lift that foot. Left foot away from the ground. Bring that left foot to meet the right foot as you come back to standing. And then we're going to fold forward and down for the ragdoll. Taking a few moments here. Relaxing all the way down. Releasing the hands, lifting up onto your fingertips, straightening the legs, lengthening through the back. And bring your arms all the way out. Flat back as you breathe in, come all the way up. Pray hands above the head. And exhaling back to your heart center. And releasing the hands, just come to rest for a moment and focus on your breathing. Lovely, well done. We're going to come down onto the mat now, so lie down on your backs. So making sure that you're comfortable. You may want to put an extra blanket behind you. Got my trusty assistant with me today, Lily. So just to demonstrate, feet on the floor, knees are bent, shoulders are tucked underneath your body, and your arms are resting down. With your palms down. So coming into semi-supine, lying down on the floor, your knees are bent, your feet are hip distance apart, you're resting your spine on your yoga mat, feeling down to the contact points between your body and the ground. As you rest here for a few moments, turning your palms up to the ceiling, and bring the soles of your feet together, inviting your knees to gently float out to the sides, opening up through the hips. As you focus your awareness onto your breathing and feeling the breath in the belly. Breathing into the belly, feeling into the gentle rise and fall of the breath. Noticing the quality of your breathing, the quality of your breath. Noticing the temperature of the breath. The texture of your breath. And even though the breath continues all by itself, we can have some conscious awareness of the breath. The breath being the bridge between the body and the mind. When the breath becomes rhythmical, smooth and deep, the body can soften and release, and the activity from the mind space can settle and feel less disruptive. So bringing the knees back together and giving yourself a little hug. Bring the knees up onto your chest. And hug your knees in, give yourself a little hug, and maybe rolling from side to side, just massaging the muscles in your back. Okay, so keeping the knees up on your chest as you come back to stillness, and extend your arms out, shoulder height on the ground, palms are down. So you're lying on your back, your knees are moving up towards your chest, your feet are off the ground, your arms are extended out, no higher than chest height, so your shoulders are still moving down away from your ears. So extending your fingers away from one another, moving in opposite directions. Your arms are resting on the ground. As you breathe in, lengthen through the spine, expand the breath down into the belly. And as you breathe out, turn your head to the right as you float your legs over to the left. Your legs float all the way over to the left-hand side, coming into contact with the ground if possible. And your head turns to the right. If that's a bit uncomfortable for your back, if that feels a little step too far, then bring your feet back down onto the ground. And keep your feet in contact with the ground as the knees move from side to side. On your inhale, come back to center. And as you breathe out, change in direction. The knees floating to the right and your head floating all the way over to the left. Beautiful, well done. So keep that going. Maybe 4 or 5 or 6 more rounds, depending on how that feels for you. Well done, everybody's looking really great. Okay. You're moving from side to side. Using the breath to help guide your practice. Just change my angle a little bit so you can see me more clearly here. I can demonstrate this for you if you're not quite sure, but you've all got that now. Arms extended out, yeah. And you're moving the knees down to one side, back to center, all the way over to the other side. Good, when you feel you've done enough of that practice, bring your feet back down onto the mat. Rest your arms down beside you. Once again in semi-supine, feet are quite close to the buttocks and your fingertips are moving down towards the heels. We're taking an in-breath as the arms come all the way back behind you. And then breathing out as you bring the arms all the way back down as you push into your feet, lift up to the pelvis. Breathing in as you release the spine, take the arms all the way back. Breathing out, lifting the pelvis, fingertips pointing to the heels. Continuing to move in your own rhythm and pace. You're moving in and out of the bridge. Peeling the spine away from the ground. You breathe out. Returning the spine all the way back down to the mat. You take the hands overhead. Continue with your practice for a few more rounds, or if you feel you've done enough, just come down to rest. Bring your knees up towards your chest and give yourself a hug. Lovely. Very nice, well done. And then from here, we're going to come into some relaxation. So if you like, putting your warmer clothes on, or get a nice blanket, get yourself nice and cozy. And if you're comfortable, as you come back down onto the mat, extending the legs out into Shavasana, corpse pose. So lying down, if you feel comfortable, if you prefer to sit, that's absolutely fine. You can sit on the floor, on the chair, whatever you feel more comfortable doing is absolutely fine. Main thing is that you're just warm enough and that you're comfortable. You can lie down on the sofa if you want, lie in your bed, sit in the chair, whatever feels good for you. And we're just inviting our awareness to rest in the body once again. And feel down into the contact points between our body and the ground, softening and releasing any unnecessary tension. I'd like you to bring your awareness into your feet, noticing your feet breathing. And then start to tighten up the muscles in the feet. Start to squeeze and tighten the muscles in the feet. Holding and squeezing, and then release. Releasing the bone, the muscle and the skin, and noticing sensations in your feet. Bring your awareness now up into your legs. Feel as if you're breathing into the legs. Feel your legs breathing. And then start to tighten up all the muscles in the legs. Squeeze and tone all the muscles in the legs. Include the buttocks, squeeze and tighten. Through the groin, through into the legs, really tight. Feel that tension in your body. And then release. Release the bone, the muscle and the skin. Noticing any sensations in your legs. Bringing your awareness then into your torso. So abdomen, chest, including the shoulders. Feel your torso breathing. Start to tighten, squeeze, feel the tension in your stomach as you squeeze and tighten into the chest. Squeeze and tighten the shoulders. Feel them traveling all the way up towards your ears, squeezing and tightening. And then release. Releasing the bone, the muscle and the skin. And noticing any sensations here. Bring your awareness now into your hands, making fists with your hands again, thumbs into the palms, fingers wrapped over the thumb, making a fist. You tighten the fist, tighten the hands, feeling that awareness in the hands, breathing into the hands, tightening up through the hands, squeezing, tightening the hands, and then release. Releasing and letting go, and noticing any sensations in the hands. Now bring awareness into your arms and into your neck, Start to tighten up the muscles in your arms. Tighten up the muscles in your neck. Squeezing and tightening the muscles in your arms and neck. Feeling that tension. Feeling that tension in the neck and in the arms. And then completely release. Releasing the bone, the muscle, and the skin. And noticing how that's feeling for you right now. Bring your awareness back into your head and into the muscles of your face, including all the hundreds of muscles around your eyes, nose, and mouth. And start to tighten and squeeze all the muscles in your face. Squeezing, tightening, contracting all the muscles in your face. Tightening and squeezing. And then completely release. Releasing the bone, the muscle, and the skin. And notice how your body's feeling. And let your body settle once again. Releasing and letting go. And just allow your mind now to drift. Allow your mind to drift to a beautiful beach. And just imagine that you're walking along the beach. Walking in the sand. Counting your steps as you walk along the beach. Noticing how it feels to walk along the beach. Counting each step as you walk along the beach. And now imagine that you're walking through a beautiful garden. Counting your steps as you walk through a beautiful garden. Noticing all the fragrances, the colours. As you walk through the garden. Counting your footsteps. Now imagine that you're in a tropical rainforest and you've come across a beautiful waterfall. And as you get closer to the waterfall, you notice that it's not actually water. This is life force energy. As you step into the water, imagining that the crown of your head is opening and this life force energy can flow into your body, filling up your whole body with life force energy. Filling up your body, cleansing your body as you leave the tropical forest. Walking back through the garden, counting your footsteps, noticing the beautiful colours and fragrances. Walking back along the beach, counting your footsteps. And back into your body, resting on the chair or on the floor or lying on the bed, back into your body. And taking a few more moments to enjoy this natural healing break. Giving your body a chance to replenish and rebalance. And all you have to do is noticing how your body's feeling. And as you become more wakeful, feeling more alert, more awake, more able to deal with life's challenges, remember to take natural healing breaks whenever you can. As you become aware of your breathing, take a few deep breaths, breathing into the nose and out of the mouth, half breath. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, stretching out through your hands and through your feet. Just feeling as if you're waking up, ready for a new day. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sighing, yawning, stretching. Give yourself a nice hug. Remembering to be kind and to be compassionate to yourselves. And rolling over onto one side, coming up into a comfortable seated position when you're ready. I will practice something called palming. So we're just bringing awareness into the hands first of all. Bring conscious awareness into your hands, feeling the temperature of your hands. You take a few deep breaths, imagining or sensing into that you're warming up, you're energizing your healing hands. So we're going to bring our hands together and feel into that feeling of just gently rubbing the hands, generating some heat and healing in your hands. And first of all, we're going to just cup or place your hands on your feet or on the lower part of your body, maybe ankles or feet. Let the warmth from your hands and healing from your hands move all the way down into the feet. Once again, bringing your hands together, activating your healing hands. Maybe this time we'll bring the hands onto the knees. Take the healing and energy into your knees. Feel the heat. Soothe and heal the knees. Once again, hands come together. Maybe this time on the heart center, placing your hands on your heart, sending warmth and healing to your heart center. Feeling the warmth of your hand, the shape of your hands on your chest. Once again, bringing your hands together. This time we'll cuff the eyes. Letting the hands, the warmth of the hands, soothe all the muscles around the eyes. Deep into the eye sockets. Softening and releasing any unnecessary tension. And gently opening your eyes into the palms of your hands. And then we'll finish the practice with a namaste as you gently open your eyes. And namaste. Thank you very much for sharing the practice today.